This is an iHeart podcast.
Some stands for so others mighty, and I am a grateful beneficiary. That's how I started my journey of recovery. 15 years later, I'm gainfully employed. I moved from homelessness to a safe and secure place to owning my own home today. If these walls could talk, they would say safety.
JP Morgan Chase Community Development Banking understands that the buildings we invest in are more than just four walls. They are you. They are us. They are Washington, D.C.
We're leaving today and entering a world of Cinderella castle sightseeing, Tron light cycling, Jungle Cruise punning, pirate swashbuckling, Everest climbing, dapper danning, soaring, fireworks show of I'm not crying, you're crying. World of favorites for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await at the most magical place on Earth, Walt Disney World Resort.
Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about word weavers, people who coined terms, popularized words, and even created entirely new languages. These activists, writers, artists, and scholars used language to shape ideas and give voice to experiences that once had no name. In the 1930s, filmmakers experimented with a thrilling reality. Movies could have sound. And in this pre-Hays Code era of American movie making, censorship wasn't taken seriously. The result? An era brimming with a slate of racy, raunchy movies. Salacious stories were in, and for actresses, so was explicit sexual expression. One actress in particular made waves in Hollywood for having an almost indescribable quality and appearance that transfixed the masses. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a bombshell. And today's Womanican is known as the original Bombshell. Please welcome Jean Harlow. Jean was born Harleen Harlow Carpenter on March 3, 1911 in Kansas City, Missouri. Her father was a well-to-do dentist. Her mother, Mama Jean, came from considerable wealth and took care of Harleen as her life's work. Referred to as the baby by her doting mother, Harleen spent her early childhood in sprawling country mansions fit with nurses, nannies, maids, chauffeurs, and lots of pets. Ducks, lambs, ponies, and puppies, to name a few. When her parents divorced in 1922, Harleen transitioned to the full custody of her mother, and the pair moved to Hollywood, California. There she enrolled at the Hollywood School for Girls, while her mother aimed for stardom. While Mama Jean's acting career never took off, Harleen made a striking impression in town. Her schoolmates remember her as sophisticated and confident, with a clear sense of purpose. Men were fixated on her looks and sexualized her from a young age. After 2 years in Hollywood, Harleen and Mama Jean returned to Kansas City. When they left, Harleen's peers knew they hadn't heard the last of her, and they were right. Harleen's ticket back to Hollywood came by way of her first husband. She met Charles Chuck Fremont McGrew at prep school in Lake Forest, Illinois. Harleen didn't love school, but she did fall in love with Chuck. The two married in September 1927. Chuck became a realtor in California, and the couple relocated to Beverly Hills, followed by Mama Jean soon after. One day, Harleen was driving her friend Rosalie to an appointment at Fox Studios. Enamored by her beauty, Fox executives asked if Harleen had ever considered acting. When she told them she hadn't, they were shocked and immediately wrote her letters of introduction to the Central Casting Bureau. Harleen applied for work at Central Casting under the name Jean Harlow, after her mother, and began working as an extra in silent films and talkies. She didn't receive screen credits, but her marvelous, nonchalant beauty garnered attention nonetheless. Numerous job offers emerged, but Jean refused them. Finally, at her mother's urging, Jean accepted a contract with Hal Roach. This led to her 1929 breakout role in the silent comedy short, Double Whoopee. In one scene, Jean, a hotel guest, emerges from a car and her dress gets caught in the door. Unaware, she struts right on through the hotel lobby in nothing but lingerie. This moment set forth Jean's career and set back some of her personal relationships. Her grandfather threatened to write her out of his will. Her husband, Chuck, was displeased with Jean's newfound career and grew resentful of her. Jean went on to live with her mother and the couple divorced. The show went on. By the 1930s, the film industry harnessed the power of the soundstage. This era gave way to Howard Hughes' 1930 picture Hell's Angels. The film was originally silent and starred a Norwegian actress as a temptress torn between two brothers. With added sound and a new adaptation, Howard wanted a new lead actress. They decided that Jean, at only 19 years old, was the perfect fit. In Hell's Angels, Jean delivers the now iconic line,
"Would you be shocked if I put on something more comfortable?"
I'll try to survive.
From then on, Jean was dubbed the Platinum Blonde and was marketed in showbiz on account of her looks almost entirely. But Jean wanted to be more than just a pretty face. Committed to strengthening her acting chops, she stayed on sets past her call time to observe those around her and to learn everything she could about being an actress. These efforts culminated in the 1933 screwball comedy Bombshell. In the years leading up to Bombshell, Jean faced hardship. She remarried Paul Byrne, but a few months after their nuptials, Paul died by suicide. Her mother and her stepfather were overbearing. They mooched off her fame while meddling in her business. Jean shared that reality with Lola, the character she portrays in the film. Jean's embodiment of this character was genuine, and the satirical look at stardom was poignant. Throughout the film, Jean dons exquisite gowns and carries an air of seductive glamour. This performance took Jean from star status to legend status. On and off stage, Jean Harlow would be known as the blonde bombshell worldwide, popularizing the term that's still widely used today. In less than a decade, Jean Harlow became a household name. But it was at this peak that her career would be cut short. During production for Saratoga, her final movie, Jean became ill. She died of kidney failure on June 7, 1937, at 26 years old. Today, her vast filmography serves as a relic of old Hollywood. Jean captured the glimmer of the golden age and characterized the unique ability to leave others awestruck. All month, we're talking about word weavers. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
Your dream getaway
Welcome in.
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Some stands for so others might eat, and I am a grateful beneficiary. That's how I started my journey of recovery. 15 years later, I'm gainfully employed. I moved from homelessness to a safe and secure place to owning my own home today. If these walls could talk, they would say safety.
JP Morgan Chase Community Development Banking understands that the buildings we invest in are more than just four walls. They are you. They are us. They are Washington, D.C.
This is an iHeart podcast.